I think now we're good. Sorry, go send it.
All right, welcome to Kill the Market. This is Uncle Toro. I'm here with Bear Force One. Today, we're going to start off going over earnings for this week. We got a couple tickers we're going to look at. Bear Force One's going to talk to us about some other trades after his killer oil trade. He's into some other things. And first off, I had an epiphany, if you will, had an epiphany. I always viewed this as I want to teach. We always look down on the sheep and then following other people, following other trades. And, I realized that we need to be the shepherd. You
We
know, there's
are.
there's going to be sheeps and we must lead them. It
Mm.
worked out for some very famous person being a shepherd of people. And I think we can do the same thing.
Oh,
So that's the path that we're on in the future. There's going to be live trading. We're going to be live during the market. We're going to drop more informational stuff for those who do want to learn, but we're also going to try and hold the hand of those that don't, right?
hey,
Because we get both sides of the coin.
hell yeah, that's what I'm talking
So
about.
we're going to start off with earnings, and we'll
Earnings.
start off with TSM.
TSM. You want to bring it up on
TSM,
yours?
how,
We got
how
you
can
in.
it not be hot?
Uh,
Semiconductors, AI, it's the way of the future.
see here, man. Yeah, they are. It is a tight market right now. I'll tell you that. This is a huge controversial subject, right? Is it oversaturated? Is it just beginning? Are we in a bubble or are we in a revolution? This is I actually struggle. This stuff keeps me up at night. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know. We want to think it's going short, especially me. I hope it all just crashes down, but not so sure.
This stock is the one that, if you look at that chart, it follows levels to a T. It's almost like a wet dream, the way this thing bounces off these key levels. But real quick, let's look at MU. They just had earnings, they killed it, right? And the price still came down. I mean, everything is a little overinflated at the moment. Price peaked up here, earnings came out. It did bounce first and then they came to the sell off. And, everyone's going to take profits. I understand. But TSM here, it's already sold off. It's holding these levels. I'm not hating it. Earnings will be interesting. You know, which way, up or down? Call it.
Me? Well, I'm gonna say we're gonna look at a pop, but I do think inevitably we're gonna sell off. I don't see this. I don't, and I think you agree with me. I know you're bullish overall. As opposed to you would look at something, these stocks always go up, but something's in the air, right? This is not all just a candlestick open and closing based upon structural patterns. Something is a brewing. Something's afoot. There's something going on, and I don't know what it is, and you don't know what it is either. But I think for
I think we
now,
need to clarify you are Bear Force One.
I
You
am Bear
always think
Force
the
One.
market's going
Yes,
down.
if it
I mean,
wasn't
to you,
obvious.
the market's never going up.
Literally, not even just for the YouTube character. I am almost always short. I hate everything equally. Thank you. Yes.
So pricing here, you can see we lost a week, tried to retest, fell from that. It's at some key levels here. I don't hate it. Um, Look, call me crazy. I'm gonna say it bounces.
I think it
I'm
bounces.
gonna say we get a bounce here, at least up into 450.
Yep.
If we can't push higher than that, well, I definitely think then there's a big sell off.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree,
Next up, Netflix. I freaking hate Netflix. I
dude.
don't like it.
I don't think
They
I'll ever make
charge
money
too
on it.
much.
I've
There's
never.
never anything to watch. I turn it on. There's 1,000 shows. They all suck.
They all suck. Every one.
I just don't get it. I've never got it. That's why I missed all that big run up, but it's coming down now. They're getting humbled.
You know
I
why?
like it.
It's because they took Band of Brothers off their. That's why they took Band of Brothers off and the stock tanked, man. I don't know what they were thinking, bro. Greatest show on.
I've looked for another war show. I can't find one. They
No,
don't make them.
no, it's all trash. Yeah, we're we're going
Well, now
down,
it's all
baby.
1,000-pound sisters and some inbred family doing some weird stuff. I don't know, man. I can't take it. Having said that,
Okay.
let's zoom out here. We're on the weekly. You know, God, I hate to say this. This is 69.50. Such solid support there. I
Yeah,
think we bounce from here.
yeah.
I don't know what earnings are going to
It's what it
say.
looks like,
People are just getting lazier. They're doing less. They're going out less. They're at home watching the damn TV.
bro. Are you trying
Now,
to
did
insult me
World
right
Cup
now?
hurt it?
Are you trying to make fun of me, bro? God.
I'm just stating facts, man. It's just the truth. I'm
Yeah, this is
sorry.
true. No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Did World Cup hurt Netflix? I don't know. It's only a month.
Jake Paul
Who
hurt
knows? We'll
Netflix.
find out.
Yeah, that trash hurt Netflix. I promise you that. Hopefully he doesn't own YouTube now and get a censor for saying that.
But this is a solid bear flagger. That's just going to pop out. I think we move to the ups. I mean, I hate to be bull all the time, but it's set up nice.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Are you gonna attempt to make any trades on it? Do you have any interest in catching any of that if it breaks channel?
So I don't play earnings. However, should we get a pop up, depending where it lands, I have my levels. Always have my levels. I always have this.
And let me say something.
So,
Let me interrupt you real quick.
yeah.
This man's levels. This is for the audience, not you particularly. You already know I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna say this man's levels are disgusting. They make me want to vomit. They're so precise, and he reminds me 5 times a day. Okay, and that's how I know. It is nuts. He literally doesn't miss, and it pisses me off because no matter how much I study or try, I am. Anyway, that's my
Well, we're going to show them. We're going to show them with the live trading coming up.
Yeah,
we're working on putting something together big, and they'll see it when it happens.
Yes,
but
sir.
real quick, I just want to show you. So let's say we pop up. If we get up to this level, I'm looking to retest 8240. If we get even higher, I got some support here. I'd like to see something like this, though. I'd like to see it come down. Let's get that pop over that level. Let's lose a level. Losing a level is fine.
8240. You want to do that retest?
Super solid support here,
Yeah.
7560 to 73. I would love to play that around that level.
What about a rejection off of 8240 coming up?
I mean, that's possible, but what you're talking about, what is that? 8-point move, so 10%. I don't think it beats that much. I think it would be a small move. Um, so I wouldn't worry about it being up there. Here's the number one play I would love. I would love a nothing. Give me a nothing burger. Let's have this come up, retest our channel, and then it really goes, nuclear. That's the number 100% A plus plus setup for me. But again, we react, we'll see what happens. We plan ahead. We always looking ahead. We got to be ready. We do our work, we do our practice. We're ready to go. All right. And you said, all right, I'm going to let you take it from here. You're playing United Health Group.
I am.
Because you're the gambler.
A little bit.
You're the mad genius.
A little dicey.
Explain it to us, please.
All right, let's switch over here. Let's see. We got us over. We got us listed here. All right, so I was following you on Netflix here. United Health has some interesting things that I've seen here. Now, I'm not saying any of this stuff is fact. I don't know. And I was just telling Uncle Toro before the stream, sometimes, relatively often, I don't even know how I get some of the stuff I do. It just kind of seems to work out, and I seem to know before it happens, despite not knowing the exact method. Maybe it's subconscious, some kind of intuition, which we both agree. I'll speak for him on this. There is a lot that goes into trading that is intuition and being able to kind of just get the feel and the gut for what's going on in the market. And that comes with time of staring at charts constantly all day till your eyes bleed and you become a miserable alcoholic. So going forward from here, we have United Health. Now, this thing has had a lot of interesting things happen the last couple of years. Obviously, you had the dynamic assassination, which sold this thing off. I actually remember catching this bounce here back then. I made up, I don't know, $500-600. It was kind of just a crapshoot lotto play. It was fun. I haven't touched it since then. But I can say this, that when I personally look at a chart like this, what I see here is a short opportunity. Now, some people might see momentum to the upside. I see a previously broken structure that's being retested. We just kind of talked about that. A breakout, test, bounce. That's kind of the game that I'm playing out here. And on top of that, the reason why I took this trade is because of, yes, earnings tomorrow, but the context of those earnings is important here too.
So hold on, you're short.
I am short.
You're short. So it reached that massive support level.
Yep.
And you decided to short.
I decided to start a starter position. I want to be clear about that. This is not a full size position. This is not a relatively high conviction play. Anybody that trades earnings on a high conviction that is either an inside trader or an idiot. Okay, there's no middle ground, and I think you'd agree with that. It's kind of we don't know what's going to happen. And even then, you can go back to NVIDIA. Remember last year, or it was a couple years ago, I was on the phone with you, and we were doing, I was doing an NVIDIA, I can't remember if it was a call or put, but I was playing NVIDIA, and it missed earnings. I think I was short, and it shot up like 5% in after hours, and I was using common stock. So I was able to, I panic sold it, and then it just completely reversed. The point is earnings are highly unpredictable and most likely heavily manipulated. So the only reason why I would consider playing an earnings play now is not for the it could hit, it could beat, it could go up, whatever. It's because of the volatility. That's what I want. If I'm doing common shares, I'm not like Uncle Toro. I can't wager $3,000, $10,000 for a one candle thing and end up hitting it every time. I'm not a sniper, okay? I don't even know what I am. I'm a bear in a talking head on YouTube. I'm trying to get a real job. No one's hiring! So here I am.
I think you're unique. I think, you combine fundamentals with, technical analysis, and you find your levels, and that's the key.
I work at it. Technical analysis plays just as big a part in what I'm looking at as anything else. That was the first thing that I learned. Matter of fact, a lot of that, thanks to Uncle Toro here. He has mentored me over the last 5 years, pretty significantly, actually. I would say the majority of that learning came from him. A lot of ridicule. He's a real sweet guy on here, but he can, he can be a little direct. You know what I mean? He's a good man, though, and I'm super happy to be friends with him and be doing this with him and have his insight and overview on some of the things that I do. Now, that being said, so we have this obvious level to me. I don't know what you see. What actually? Let's go back to that. What do you see right here, looking at this chart? Why don't you tell me that?
438.50, huge level, huge. Um, a close above there, this thing's gone. The shorts will have to cover, people will get slaughtered. But we're not. We haven't tested it yet. Even looks like last week we hit a high of 434.30. So we haven't even been able to get there, and it's already selling. Tells me people aren't super interested in it.
Yeah. Let me
So obviously, earnings, we have two outcomes, right? Up or down.
let me
You
give you my
don't
let
want
me
to
give you
see
my.
it go above that 438.50. I don't know where your stop is or what you're looking at. That would scare me.
It's tight. It's tight,
It's
Uncle
it's
Toro.
tight. Yeah.
It's tight. But let me explain. The chart is one thing, but there's 1,000 charts that look like this. Um, what I do want to say is I'm going to read you some notes that I've taken and gathered over the last few days on this thing. So, United Health is expected to have a flat or negative revenue. The reason why this is significant, obviously, for an earnings miss, where does it go? Down, right? We all know that 2 plus 2 is 4, at least in some parts of the U.S. still. The reason why this is real important is that Q2 will be the first time in history of United Health that there was a flat or negative revenue expectation. So why is that a big deal? Because it's never happened before. This is the first time that people go, this is looking really crappy. The revenue is going to be either nothing or we're actually going to lose money. But here's the kicker. The actual earnings year over year is expected to rise by 19%. How do you make sense of that? What does that tell you before I tell you what I think?
It tells me that they knocked off the CEO and the company's falling apart.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. They are cutting every corner that they can. This is a we don't care about you McDonald's version where they make their meat patty go from half an inch thick to the slice of cheese, and it's not even real meat. They put insects in it. We're all screwed. God, I hate McDonald's. So I'm not even kidding, bro. God, dude, I live in the ghetto too, bro, and the one down the street is so bad. It's so bad. Anyway, so on top of
None of it's actually meat.
that's what I'm talking about. My whole life is a lie, dude. It only gets worse from here.
Shake Shack. Shout out Shake Shack. just came out that they're going to start using 100% grass-fed beef. Or you probably don't have Shake Shack out there. It's a little expensive.
I don't think so. Maybe they do.
Yeah, none of these places are using real meat.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, look at the ingredients.
Don't
I want to
don't
get
even.
off on a
I don't
tangent.
even want to know. I don't even know.
Oh my God, it's insane.
Are you telling me Chick-fil-A doesn't have real chicken? Because this is actually important. Because I eat. I love.
There's a little minimal piece of its chicken. Then there's like hundreds of other ingredients in the chicken alone. How is that possible?
You're breaking my heart, dude. What are you doing? What is this?
Yeah, we're not
killing
going to get
me
a sponsorship from them.
Or opening a franchise, bro. I actually tried that once, but we'll get into that a different time. All right, so all right, so back on United Health. Over the last quarter 1, January, they put out their fiscal anticipations. They're expecting quarter 2 is going to be a miss, negative, or flat, which is obviously first time in history. This is terrible. So they come back and the stock shoots up 24%. It's up 24% this year already. And they are expecting, and that's where we are right here. This whole section here is 24. So they are expecting a yield breakdown of 7 plus or minus percent. So this earnings is expecting to be a huge ripper. So like the volatility is there. 7% is pretty dang big, especially on something as massive as United Health. Here's the really interesting thing that kind of was the final straw for me, Mr. Uncle. Check this out. So earlier today and leading up to this, the put call ratio, 62 puts for every 100 calls, right? Get a 0.62. As it's going into close, it reverses up to 108 to 100. We're talking in a short time frame. All of a sudden, the short terms started getting bearish. That tells me money tells me that this stuff is funny, honey. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything else besides bunny, but I'm not going to say that. It sounds stupid. So,
did you just say puts are 108%?
No, they're 108 puts per. I mean, yeah, dude, they're breaking physics.
You sound like somebody who says the prices of subscriptions are going to go down 1,000%.
No.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds all very smart. I'm not as smart as you are.
It's a smart thing. Yeah.
One thing I do know, I do know this little tidbit.
Yeah.
This past year, United Health has shifted focus from aggressive membership growth to profitability and margin recovery. They know what's happening.
They know. They are taking their wins before they collapse. That's what I'm trying to tell you. God dang it! I've been saying this for 5 minutes. You aren't even listening to me. All right, I'm done. I'm okay. I'm calm. I'm good.
We good?
We're good. Yep. All right. Sorry.
All right. So you think it's going down? I agree.
Yep.
I think it's going down. That's what I see.
All right. Cue that Nelly song. All right. So check this out. We're going to move on to the next one. Do you have anything else you want to touch on before I switch it over to my drone?
That covers our earnings plays. That's what we're seeing on earnings. And now I know. So let me hype it up, man.
Hype it. Let's see it.
Bear Force 1.
Yeah.
His oil trade was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Still ongoing if you're holdings. We don't sell.
We don't sell.
No,
we don't ever sell, not once.
So, on the back of that killer oil trade, he's now got something new for you. Go ahead. What do you got?
All right, we're going to touch back up on USO. Okay. Yeah, I'm losing my voice, bro. I am, oh God. Okay, here we go. USO. This is the whole thing. All right. Try to follow along. A lot of this was speculation. Some of this was not. So, all right. We had our channel we built up here. It's all on the channels. Look at the previous videos after you hit like and subscribe. Go ahead and go back. Check out my old videos. I'm literally screaming to the top of my lungs about this for the last 5 days, up to 2 weeks ago. This was going to pop. Why? Iran and the U.S., there's a peace thing that was there. It's not there anymore. It was never going to be there for some obvious reasons. Look into that yourself. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube again. So, what do we have? We had a massive, and I called this, by the way, verbatim. I said this is going to shoot up 10 to 11% at least. Or I'm sorry. Let me be real.
It's all on video.
It
It's
really is.
all on
I
video.
said this could go as 10 to 11%, and then I said when it gets to here, it will get to here at least before it has a major retracement. I said it, and I am so happy I said it and was right in the YouTube video because otherwise I would have looked stupid. But I don't look stupid. I look like a smart guy because I am. I'm a smart guy. They call me a smarty. So look, we come over here. I don't. Did not mean to click that. We bounced right up exactly where I was talking about, man. I mean, it was the start of the gap. Boom. There we are. Now we're consolidating with some nice little rejection on some volume coming up next. Look at the amount of volume that put out this wannabe doji here. I mean, this tells me there's a lot of indecision going on. And here's the other thing that really got me into what I'm about to get into. All right, there's a lot of about to stuff. Since this happened, there has been dozens of strikes, more tankers hit, all out warfare. The war is on, right? And I don't
We
condone
already
war.
won.
I do not want all this killing, all this other stuff. YouTube, I swear I'm not happy about this stuff. But look, this tells me what brought this up right here was a couple ships getting hit. That's what did this. It happened twice. It happened once here and then once here. Okay. Now that we're here and it keeps happening over, we're not jumping. Matter of fact, we're consolidating and rejecting. What does that tell you?
What I've noticed is that there's stories about the strait being secure, and the market doesn't care.
Not anymore.
Still doesn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're at the gap and we're holding. I mean,
Holding.
just looks very, very bullish to me. I know you have more info than I do. I'm just talking from a price
No.
action standpoint.
Yeah.
It's consolidating right where you want it to consolidate at. And, we look for that push to the upside. I would say, let's see, what is this level here? Below 119.40 could get ugly, but we're holding. We're holding. So
I
go
I
ahead.
I
Now give us why. Tell me why. Why
well,
is it going to fill the gap?
I think it will fill the gap. I think this will continue to run because oil supply is shocked. We are, and you don't have to be a genius to look out the window at the gas prices and to understand the logistics of moving some significant oil from 3,000 miles away over here, refining it, putting it out on the market. This takes time. This has been going on for 4 or 5 months. Our reserves, the man in charge in the White House has said this already, that we are becoming depleted. The rest of the world is becoming depleted, and that's why even though the U.S. is its own is one of the greatest exporters of oil in the entire world, these prices are still skyrocketing, man. I drive 3 diesel trucks and they're all screwed. It's crazy. So, but here's my little secret, Mister Uncle.
Give it
This
to me.
this is a little bit of a this is one of my gambling. This is an actual gamble, but I was so convinced of that retracement in the beginning, and even more certified when I saw it work according to plan. This is what I think.
I just want to make it clear.
Yeah,
You did have a price level where you took profits. We don't sell, but we take profits.
we never sell
So
even when we're taking profits. Not a single time. It's never
never.
happened. Yeah,
So price action is consolidating. There's not a clear entry here. If you're getting in here, you're kind of chasing at this point, right?
yes, right.
So you're looking for a retracement.
I am looking for a retracement, and because I spent my early years of trading retracements, I found a good entry right above 120. It's a small position. All my trades that I'm in right now, I'm in three, are all small positions. This one is the one I am the least confident over, but the one that I feel I know the most about. So I'm not looking for anything huge, but I am looking for some market sentiment to pull off because we don't care about another strike. We don't care about another bombing. It doesn't move. It's not moving. It's evident. You can look at the chart. It's not making any moves. So all it takes is one thing of positive to move this thing down. This, like I said, this is more of a lotto play. But and if it doesn't, if this thing rises $1, man, my my stop losses are super tight. I won't lose much at all, but I can make up a 3-4x on that. Just I mean not X, but profit to loss ratio by holding this up. We get a small retracement, anything sells off. One good news tweet by the good news man, and it's over. So I this is a gamble. I would not recommend this to everyone, but I'm playing it tight to the chest, and my losses is capped pretty tight. So yeah,
So here's what so a retracement to around 115
yep,
looks like a good entry somewhere around there.
right.
However, if we did break above, get in this channel and retest, I think that would be an interesting play as well. A breakout and then a retest is somewhere around 122.50. Let it push up, fill the gap, maybe it comes back down. So two levels to watch, 115 on an immediate retrace, and then somewhere around 122.50 on a breakout gap fill retrace.
I do like that too. The only thing that makes me nervous about continuing to go long on this, Uncle Toro, is that oil is such a necessity for the world economy and our very lives as we know it, that it's gonna make playing like the suppression of it, and you know what I mean, to suppress the panic, to keep this thing moving, is literally the global priority. So I feel like this, and obviously these are feelings, not facts, but we saw this run up, but we've seen run ups like this on other things, not in oil, not in things that are being restricted by some conflicts far away in the world. But we've seen this come back. And what often happens times, you remember 2021, every stock in the world looked like this in 2021. So they come up, they start to resurge. People think, hey, we're going back. This is probably a case could be made for MU right now. I'm confident people think this is what's going to happen. I think this is probably what's going to happen. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong. Let me bring this back. I think this is probably going to happen, but we don't really know, and it's a lot of uncertainty. I got to admit.
Well, the one thing we've learned is something's running, the price is never high enough, right? And
Yeah.
you milk it
Okay.
until it's dead.
Fair.
So definitely something to keep an eye on at least.
I
All
agree.
right, we're going to wrap this up quickly with your last new play.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Excited to hear it, man. I don't know anything about this. You're waiting for this moment, and now you're going to drop the
I'm
knowledge.
gonna lace you up, Sally. We're gonna get you in here and show you how it works on the pod, man. Woo! Okay. Let's hope nobody gets that reference. Now we are in AV. This is Air Environment. This is one of the top leading drone manufacturers and suppliers in the United States, both for commercial and military use. They are big, very big. They have a market cap of 7.5 billion. God, I am so poor compared to these guys. All right, so the big thing that's going on here is I've made a good chunk of money. I don't know if you remember, Uncle Tori. Remember that trade I made a couple months ago? I was in heavy and defense stocks, and we had that big
Yes.
surge. Yeah, and I made a nice little dinger right there. So that was when they had a massive sell-off due to continuing canceled contracts and all this other stuff that's going on. We are back past those same levels on a double bottom here that traces back up to another gap. I'm sorry, uh, a top and a gap from back in the day. So this chart. I like it. I really actually like this a lot. Let's go ahead and get rid of this right here. This to me has more floor than it does opportunities to go below it. More people, and this is how support and resistances work. The more algorithms, computers, and people that look at something and go, this looks like it could bounce right here. That's what makes things bounce. It's not because of magic. It's because everyone goes, well, I bet a bunch of other people are buying right here. Maybe I should do the same. And I have a good feeling based on this that I'm not looking for anything big here, man. I'm not looking to go to all-time highs. I'm not looking for any. I'm looking to catch the bounce after the retracement. Such is part of my major trading strategy. We go down, we go up, we go down, we buy, go back up, and we sell again. And there's some big catalysts here that also invited me to come into this. The biggest one, I don't know why I did that. The biggest one is going to be that there was a $500 million U.S. Army contract that was awarded to them for commercial surveillance drones that just came in 2 weeks ago. This is what this is. This big spike up right here, That was all that. However, it sold back off again, and why did it do it? It's because there's a lot of panic based on a pending lawsuit, which is not it's not a great lawsuit. Essentially, it covers that back in 2025 there was this big space force contract. It was huge, and called the SCAR program. And back then, they had their agreement with Air Environment AVAV, but they told AVAV that they were open and looking into further options for people to take over the contract, different defense contractors to pick up the bill. Well, what ended up happening was they went with someone else, and the whole time as they were pending going with someone else, AVAV said everything's still good, keep buying, while their CEOs and higher ups were selling off stock in the tune of $8 million. So it's kind of a scammy thing. I'm not gonna lie. If they hadn't done that, we'd be ripping. But I think that the market, this is all old news. All this stuff is old, and we're still putting downward pressure on it. So we're looking for that pop. We're looking for that major resistance to go ahead and get right off of that, pop back up, give me a 10, 20%. We'll get out with our money real quick, and we're gonna ride the coattails of this $500 million contract that just came in. That's what I think on that.
Just to be clear,
Yep.
you were on defensive stocks before.
Yep.
So you hit then. You were early on oil. You hit that.
Yep.
And now you're early on drones.
That's the plan, man.
I like it, man.
Yep. That's
Conviction. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. You combine that with the chart, and another easy play.
It's too easy, baby. It's too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy,
All right.
baby.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Just to recap, we went over our predictions for this week. We went over your oil trades.
Yep.
Now we went over your brand new position
Yep.
in drones, AVAV. Going to be watching, see how that does. You want to leave the people with something?
Be smart, guys. This is not financial advice. Don't be dumb. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman. Be responsible for yourselves. If you go out buying all this stuff and lose money, it's not our fault. You're stupid. Just chill out. It's all good. No one's going to be like my man uncle over here. I can't. I'm a drunk. That's all I got.
All right. Thanks for listening on this episode of Kill the Market. That's Bear Force One. I'm Uncle Toro. We appreciate you listening. Like, subscribe, follow. Everybody's welcome. We're putting our shepherd suits on. We got our shepherd sticks. We're in the field. We just got no sheep.
Hey,
so come on up, guys. We're going to show you the way.
All right. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.